Hello my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I am working on this little Animorph fox thing that follows a similar style to my other paintings. And while we do that, I wanted to talk about how I kind of leveled up my life in a way, or steps in what I think are the steps you need to take to level up your life. Now, sometimes we walk around really upset with our lives and we don't realize that we are our own problem. And it's not until we're able to take a step back and take inventory of ourselves do we then become aware of our problems. Becoming self-aware is like that first step in realizing that you want to make a change. If you are clicking on this video and watching it, it already means that you're taking that first step in wanting to make a change. So first, what we need to do is we need to identify what needs to be changed. You can't make changes overnight, so don't automatically think that you have to put all this pressure on yourself to change, overnight. So what you want to do is you want to understand your person, who you are. And with this, I often do the future me versus now me reflection. So I'll create an outline of who I want to be and an outline of who I currently am. And I'm brutally honest with myself, maybe a little bit heartbreaking at times, but then I'm able to compare and contrast the things that I want to work on and the things that match up with the future me. So this way I can kind of take inventory of where I am. Try not to be too harsh on yourself, but be honest with yourself. Don't go into it with rose-colored glasses. Maybe I have a hard time of keeping my space clean and organized. Maybe I struggle with being on time to my appointments. When I take a step back and reflect on the problem, I'm then able to create a solution. So maybe before I go to bed, I will set a 20-minute timer to clean up my bedroom and put things back where they belong. And if I'm always late to things because I take too long getting ready, maybe my solution would be to downsize my closet or plan my outfits the night before. These are small changes that I can make to make other things easier moving forward. Diving a little deeper on the future me versus me now, after I've kind of planned those habits, I've seen my problems, I've figured out my solutions, I make sure that my solutions line up with the person that I'm trying to become. Like I said before, you cannot expect immediate change on all of your problems. In my experience, it's left me disappointed and demotivated, but making small progressive changes that are easy, they leave me feeling more accomplished and excited to move on to the next thing. And that's number 2, making the small daily changes. So if my goal is to become more of a tidy person, I can start small with making my bed every day when I wake up. This helps me set the intention of what I'm trying to change or accomplish, and will contribute to making other things in my life easier and smaller. Setting the intention is the important part. That is the main reason for why I'm making my bed. So if my intention of being a tidy person is there, I need to identify the starting task as making my bed. So then I'll reaffirm that change to myself with a challenge. So, for example, when I first started kind of getting my life back together and figuring out, a routine for myself, I gave myself the promise of every morning I'm going to wake up and make my bed every day for 1 week. And once I got in the habit of making the small changes, I kept at my goal, and it kept my goal manageable. This will also help you avoid feeling like overwhelmed. It doesn't cause less frustration. You won't feel as overwhelmed. There will be less frustration in your life. And eventually you'll just become so consistent with the habit and progressing on your goals that you don't even realize that you're making progress. And it's really important to note that it does not need to be perfect every single time. No one ever expects, perfection from anyone. I often put a lot of pressure on myself to be perfect, and then that just makes me procrastinate from moving forward, and that goes all about mindset, which is what we're going to move into next, the third step, I guess. That would be removing what's not currently serving you. So if there's something in your life that's not bringing you happiness, peace, then what's the point of really keeping it? If it's not something or someone that encourages you and uplifts you, then it's not serving a purpose in your life. But this does not mean you should remove people permanently from your life. It doesn't mean that you need to remove specific places or things permanently from your life. It's just saying that you can take a step away from things and circle back around. So maybe it's a friendship that's not serving you and it's more energetically draining. You are allowed to express, I appreciate the friendship, but I need a break. And give them an extended period of time. Let's just say I said I needed a break from my friend for a week. True friends and true people that want to be in your life and want to stick around will be patient with you. Over the last several months, I had a few friendships that I needed to take a step back from because I didn't like how I was treating certain people or people were treating me, and that's completely understanding. Because oftentimes if we ourselves are toxic and hurting, we're hurting the other person. And in that, they're probably reacting to something that we aren't seeing. But I promise, true friends that are working on themselves and understand that you're working on you will understand and put in effort to mend the relationship moving forward. So now that we've kind of put ourselves in a better mindset and we've set ourselves up for, a clean slate. Everything's ready to go. We have the right mindset. We're moving forward. Now is the time to start assessing your goals and writing them down. Writing down your goals and whatever action steps you're taking to achieve them. And make sure that you do one thing towards your goal every day. I like to keep my goals in a very visible spot. So it's like my first page on my Notion are my goals. And I review them weekly. And I make sure that if I work on a specific goal for the day, I make sure that I write down every single task that I did for that day. And when I'm able to look back and reflect on it, it doesn't feel like I'm making a lot of progress in my goals. But when I look at all of the things that I did for them that day, it's like, wow, I did a lot. I appreciate that, So continuing to work on your goals at least an hour a day will continue your path to completing that goal, and make sure that it's not overwhelming for you. Give yourself like a celebration. Create a sense of accomplishment and make sure that you want to work on it again the next day. If you find yourself not working on your goals, then what is the purpose of that goal? Does it align with what you want? If you truly want something, won't you work for it? Even if it's just like 30 minutes to an hour every single night? We know our goals, we know our action steps, we have set aside the amount of time that we're going to work on it daily. So now it's time to get serious about what you want for your life. If I want to be a successful artist, then I need to attend shows, fairs, events, and I should be posting more consistently on social media. I should be working to develop my skills as an artist. Now, I have done some of these things, but I haven't attended any shows or events, and that's purely financial reasons and also fear. Fear is a big one. But my solution is getting a better paying job, saving money to buy all of the necessary materials and things that I need for these events, and making sure that, I have a game plan for next time. If I'm not putting myself out there for the opportunity to come around, then am I really serious about my goal? And this is why I'm asking, why is it that we say we want something, but our actions don't match to it? If we're asking ourselves the hard question of, do I really want this? We're able to figure out the root reason, the root thing that we want. And we're able to challenge ourselves with deeper questions and getting more specific about what it is that we want. Now, if I wanted to be a successful artist and I wanted to attend fairs and events, I could have easily called my local fairs and events and compared, who was where, what the vendor booth costs were, and created a budget for myself, but I didn't do any of that. Also, mainly because of fear. I was a very fearful person at the first half of my growth journey, I guess. But that's what you need to get down to. You need to get down to the root cause as to why you're not doing something, and then maybe that'll help you realize that what you thought you wanted isn't actually what you wanted. So why do I want this? Do I really want this? Ask yourself the hard questions and reflect on yourself. Answer the questions, what do I want, purposefully. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button for next time, and make sure you click the notification bell for the next video. The full-length version of this painting will be available on my Patreon page, as well as a process photo shoot. And I also will be shouting out all of my new Patreon subscribers in my next video, so be sure to check the description for all my links to my social media pages, where you can follow me for updates. And if you try to recreate this painting, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see other people recreate what I do. So until next time, stay happy, healthy, and healing. I love y'all.